We flew into Hanoi, staying at a hotel located on the water. We had quite an introduction to our guide, Hai.
Have a group like this, so pleasant, nice, and smiling, and flexible, and good looking.
It would be an understatement to say that Hai liked to tell jokes.
Have you ever seen the newest Jewish American princess horror movie? It is called Debbie Does Dishes.
And he did keep us on our toes.
I mean, we have to remember the sticky rice concept because other people will wait for us.
In every city we had a local guide. In Vietnam, it was Mr. Fong.
This is the pottery shop or the pottery street or whatever, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah. You are the driver now. Yeah, look at him, please. Yeah, please.
Oh, good. Oh,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
a good one.
Two hands together.
Candace, here's your little dog. Your little dog.
Em vào. Anh Nhiên.
The telephone wires hanging over the street were just crazy. For me, the old quarter was the most memorable part of Hanoi. Sharon really enjoyed that trip. Next, we went to the prison where the French tortured the Vietnamese. This was the first of many markets that we visited in all three countries.
Tunnel house, which housed, I can't remember how many families, 13 families in this, in this very small, very narrow, very claustrophobic space.
By chance, we happened upon a funeral that was really something. I won't even begin to explain this well-known shot. We flew into Luang Prabang in Laos, the land of the monks. Another city, another experience with a new guide. Then it was back into the tuk-tuks and off to the market.
A better market than the day market.
Because it's Scorpion wine.
Yeah.
Look at that with the temple
Look at the
here.
extent of this thing.
Sawaka Sangho Sanghang Namami Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo.
Next morning, the early risers got to see a parade of monks looking for breakfast.
Okay, I think they were not tantalizing any longer.
The Mekong River winds its way from China all the way to Saigon, and we had a wonderful tour of some remote countryside. As hikers, we proved how intrepid we were, some of us refusing to give up. So everybody brings their Buddha here and leaves them here.
And also they have tea or coffee and desserts.
We were pretty tired after a long day's excursion up the river. I would like a personal email from each one of you telling me how much you loved Vientiane. Our next stop was Martin all over. Is there a bamboo tool that you're looking for?
But they don't use it.
Why not?
I know there is. Because they have labor.
ที่ร้านกิจกรรมตลาดเช้าช้อปปิ้งเนาะหาแบบนี้นะเพื่อนเพราะว่าเขตเสมอสมาคมที่เก่ามีนา29นี่สอบถาม
The Thai dancers needed no description, but Mr. Phu Van explained to us a great deal.
Stupa, it means the one is concerning with the monastery, and the original stupa inside the big one is contained about the hair of the Buddha. Meditation. If you get past about 30 rules of the Buddha teaching, you will become enlightenment like a Buddha. One Buddha statue is namely Prabha, in the position stop fighting. Emerald Buddha in the position of connecting to the earth, and he is a special king who really believed and respected about the Buddhist religion.
Another city, another market. In this one, I discovered the fish. We left the least exciting part of our trip, Vientiane, to the most exciting, Angkor Wat.
But you can just call me Sam. It's easy for you to recognize me. And I'm going to be your local guide. And this sandstone structure they call a self-standing structure.
After 9 days, this is when it all came together. We had gotten to know each other, we had a wonderful leader, and we were at the place we all came to see with an exceptional local guide.
As you see the carving on the wall here, this is part of the mythology of the Mahabharata. His name Brahma. He rides on the goose. He's the creation. So this is 41, 2.5 meter high.
I made you $1 for 10.
I didn't buy it. Where did you learn your English?
I learned from you.
From tourists.
Would be 37 layers. 37 level of heaven, and on the top there it will be like a lotus flower shape. Of the lake, but the lake is dry up, and this is like on an island of 350 meters long. On Hindu mythology, this lake it represents, or this pond it represents one lake in Himalaya.
For 2 days, we toured temples everywhere. We saw statues and stacked up ruins and serpents and elephants and carvings everywhere. It was exciting.
The carving on the wall here is a lot more simple than the carving on the wall of Angkor Wat. But the carve on the wall here is a lot deeper. It's a lot more advanced than what you see the carving on the wall of Angkor Wat. Okay, just walking around this upper level here. Very well there. Yes, yesterday. Yeah, it remains, but if it's outside, all of this side will be made like a couple $1,000 for each of the trunk. It's like a big anaconda.
Yeah, it is.
The humidity that creates this color is nothing color at all. White, green, red. It's like a drum.
Sounds like you're beating a drum.
Because in the rainy season, too much water, and the palm tree doesn't produce a lot of flower or fruit as well. So only this is the season that they make flower, and they'll get them from the trees.
We made a serendipitous stop at a village along the way. Because this temple was made of hard sandstone, carved images were clear and sharp.
Ramayana story. In the corner there, you still see the teeth in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then the god king Indra, the guy that riding on the elephant with three heads, he's on the very top there. You see that? He's then he make like a blessing rain.
I think we expected to see clusters of picturesque boats along the side of the lake. Instead, we saw poverty everywhere we looked.
This is the one we have in the lake.
Perhaps the most unexpected surprise of the trip was a tour of a market with a top-notch chef and then a chance to cook meals in a cooking class.
And then they put together and put in a machine, so you get this color. Maybe watermelon, chicken or beef.
Come here to do their shopping or be delivered?
So when we want to buy chicken, we just say, okay, I need only half. Maybe you cut off half. We also buy this fish to make the fish amok. With our food, we also take from this.
Natalie?
Yes.
How you doing?
So many USA.
Here's the pastry people.
Yeah, we are.
Get a flavor on it.
I gotta tell you, ours is the busiest.
If you could see the lights.
After eating what we cooked, we took a short flight to our final stop, Phnom Penh.
If I just buy the royal dancer to perform the show to the high delegate, that one is the main. It was the main reason because when they find out the prisoner has been the high official or the educated people, they will send from the other province to the city. In that prison, there were more than 17,000 prisoners. Individual prison cell to defend the people who has been the high official of the London will cover with the barbed wire because they don't want the people to jump down. And yes, it's original from the Khmerus, but this iron bar is made in the year 2000 because the wall should be color.
We were all moved by our visit to the killing fields, which was punctuated by the knowledge of the fact that the first trial of one of the top 5 leaders of the Khmer Rouge began on that day.
So you can imagine, this place they buried 450 people. Most of the grave they have 2 meter depth. 2 or 3 loudspeakers hanging on there, and they play a song by the loudspeaker. When they kill people, they behead them. Make sure that all people die before they bury the grave.
The most difficult thing was looking down at the ground and seeing the clothes emerging like memories that just wouldn't be forgotten. Anything on two wheels, they would ride it. 3 people, 4 people, bicycles, mopeds, you name it.
When you see the Buddha very proud, it's the future Buddha. In the middle is thinking gesture, and only one hand is the action of free or protection. You can see the big head here is the gala. The gala.
This temple had a school of smiling, happy children.
This is the holy book and the rosary.
This long hike took us to a temple high on a hill. We were the only visitors, and we had a beautiful view.
This is the Jiso temple. It's built on the Jiso mountain and built in the 11th century by the king Suryavarman II. And this temple made of sandstone and laterite stone.
Walking around, no one else, and stuff just crumbling around.
So most of the stone they have the hole on the stone. It's easy for people to carry. Fighting, maybe this temple is very beautiful.
And then he's a fisherman. In the other
It's used for people, especially during the civil war. Many people want to keep joined with them because they can protect.
Yes, for sure. After a leisurely lunch, we took a tour of a huge and newly developed rice fields. We were racing ahead towards a temple high on a hill, but we ran into the unexpected.
Hello.
What's the plan here?
We're going home.
They follow one another like lemmings to the sea.
They're trying to, but they're sliding down.
Now they're running back down.
Yeah, well, they were scared.
Then it was back on the bus for our final ride through the countryside, past houses high on stilts, back to Phnom Penh. Then we had our farewell dinner. It was a wonderful trip. What do I remember about it? Well, there were the old people, young people, surprisingly happy people.
What?
Handsome.
Handsome?
Yeah.
Oh, you pretty.
So how old are you?
Oh, I don't know if I should tell you. How old do you think I am?
31
Yeah, you?
and young,
Oh, yeah. And you?
30.
I remember looking out the window of the bus, and suddenly a boy jumped up and went running after us, waving with all his might. Waving and smiling with just one arm.